Khéphren, Thuram, Manu, Koné, both agreed personal terms with the club, both want to be Liverpool players, and we are steps away from acquiring those players. What is up, guys? It's James and welcome back to Cop Logic. Just a quick one today. I wanted to update everyone on the situation with Khéphren, Thuram and also Manu, Koné. There were reports yesterday that Liverpool had submitted their first official bid for Khéphren. However, those reports are false. We don't believe that Liverpool have submitted an official bid for either player as it stands. However, there is some news to cover. So, on this channel, we only like to tell you the facts, things that we know or believe to be true in this moment. And as it stands, we are fairly confident that Liverpool have agreed personal terms with both Manu, Koné and also Khéphren, Thuram. Multiple sources have confirmed this over the last few days, over this past week basically. We can say with some confidence that that has happened. Now what that essentially means is that we are one or two steps away from acquiring those players. Basically, Liverpool just need to go to both respective clubs now, submit an official bid, come to an agreement on a price, and the players can be ours, which is a huge positive. The fact that we've agreed personal terms means we're not far away from making those players ours. It doesn't, however, guarantee anything until a price is reached. There's no guarantee that either player will come to the club. However, at this moment in time, it's looking very promising that we will get one, if not both of these players. So what does that actually mean for us? Well, it means that the midfield rebuild is well underway. It means that FSG, and I would imagine Jurgen Klopp more so, is heavily pushing to get these signings done nice and early, get them through the door so that they can have a full pre-season. We know Alexis McAllister, who's already in, is going to get that full pre-season, and I can imagine he'll also want anyone else who's coming in to bolster that midfield to get the same treatment. Now, in terms of Manu, Koné and Khéphren, Thuram, obviously they're both French. They both play together in the French national team. We've also got Ibrahima Konate, who is French, plays in the French national team. So that's going to be massive for the club if we can get both those players. In terms of chemistry on and off the pitch, it's going to be huge. We know that they're both friends already as well. They've got a great working relationship. So that will be massive for morale in the changing room as well as on the pitch, and camaraderie and all of that. And again, I mentioned yesterday with Alexis McAllister, we are going to be losing some big figures in the changing room, in James Milner especially, and Oxlade-Chamberlain, to be fair. He might not play on the pitch, but he's a huge figure in the changing room. So getting in players that already have established relationships and also have established relationships with players already at the club in Ibrahima Konate, I think that's going to be huge. And again, we want players that want to be at the club. We know that Manu, Koné is a childhood Liverpool fan, and if reports are to be believed, Khéphren, Thuram has already stated that the only club he wants to move to this summer is Liverpool Football Club. He wants to work under Jurgen Klopp, and those are exactly the kind of players that we want in. We were linked also this window with the likes of Mason Mount. We know he prefers a move to Manchester United, so me personally, and I imagine most Liverpool fans, would rather not see him come to the club if that's the case. Now, one thing to stress is Manu, Koné and Khéphren, Thuram are both French, which means we are kind of struggling now for homegrown players. We're losing Oxlade-Chamberlain, we're losing James Milner, both English players. I would imagine we'd be looking to move on Nat Phillips as well, also a homegrown player. So I'm not sure really what the plan is there for Jurgen in terms of getting in more English players. We are going to need to do that at some point, but it's not like a drastic priority. Both Manu, Koné and Khéphren, Thuram are great players, and I would much rather have them in. Players that want to be here, players with high quality, players that can improve this midfield, and go looking for the likes of Mason Mount, overspend on a player that doesn't want to actually be at the club and get ripped off by Chelsea in the process. So that's something to worry about at a later date. But basically, the news is, as stands, Khéphren, Thuram, Manu, Koné, both agreed personal terms with the club, both want to be Liverpool players, and we are steps away from acquiring those players if we can agree on terms with their respective clubs. That's pretty much all we've got on that today, but stay locked down to the channel for every update as and when it comes. We only give you the real stuff on Cop Logic, so hit like, hit subscribe, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.